Well, today I'm going to talk about Canada and its role in foreign affairs. Uh, Now, buried in Parliament there showed it the other day that Canada stands behind Israel. Well, I got nothing against Israel, but I don't think we should go to war for anybody else. We went through two World War wars to defend our own country, so Hitler wouldn't take over this side of the planet. When he says Canada, he should say I, not Canada. All of Canada doesn't want to go to war in the Middle East again because it's a war that can't be won. Because look at Afghanistan. I mean, nobody really won there. Just people died. I don't understand the Muslims in that part of the country. I know all Muslims are not the same. Why they don't let their children get educated, or the women drive cars, or it just seems like they don't trust their own women. But that's their business. I like to see it different, but I'm not going to go to war to change it. Why should we? I think the army, if Harper orders us to go fight for Jerusalem, I think the Army, Navy, and Air Force should step down. Now, I'm not a traitor. I love my country as well as anybody. I had two uncles that fought in the Second World War. Uh, and I've had somebody very close to me in Afghanistan twice, but he made it home safely, thank God. Now, Harper's always going around with that stupid grin on his face, and Baird, he just stands in the House of Parliament and yells. Canada's not going to do this. Canada's not going to do that. Well, I'm a Canadian. I mean, he's not speaking for me. I got my own mind. Not like Harper and George Bush Jr. were meant. I've mentioned this before. They had mentors. He was a Jewish German. Uh, uh, he was a Jewish German and neoconservative. That's what Harper is, a neoconservative. He's made alliances with a lot of people in different parties and this, and he broke every one of them. A neoconservative, as Leo Strauss put it, he said, "You tell the people what to do because they're too stupid to do it on their own." And I sit and I listen to people talk. Well, nothing I can do about it. What happens, what happens. Well, if everybody thought that way, we would be at war all the time. And these people in Muslim countries seem to be at war all the time. I don't know why. Why North America has to go fight wars for them. It's about time Russia and China got involved and got these people talking, not fighting, talking. Uh, it always seems Russia goes against the United States goes against Russia. I don't know why that is. It's and Canada's just out there roaming around doing saying we got to back Israel. They keep saying that. Well, the Republican Party in the States had a Jewish coalition meeting, so I don't know if because I got a bit of a cold. I don't know if it's because the Jews are so rich. Uh, God knows, I think they got more firepower than United States. You know that, and and I wish them all the luck in the world. I mean, they they had turbulent years. Hitler killed 6 million of them, but everybody forgets that the Turks, I think it was the Turk, no, don't take my word on that, killed 10 million Armenians. I know 10 million Armenians were killed, but nobody ever seems to mention that one. Uh, I'm not taking away from the catastrophe of the Jews. I mean, he's got every right to be pissed off. But it's got to stop somewhere. You know, the fighting's got to stop. We got to talk. You know, we got to stay home, defend our own country. I mean, you don't need to lay any army off. I mean, you don't need to lay anybody off because we got to have a defense. Or the same thing's going to happen to us that happened in the states. Uh, and so, you know, I'm tired of, and it's all our young men. First World War, three, well, almost the whole island, Newfoundland. I don't know if you've ever heard, were almost wiped out. There, I mean, you know, I think there was only two survivors of the ones that went, and they stayed. They uh, went to another country, another province to live. So 1/3 of the world population was killed. Second World War, same thing, and this World War will even be worse. Now, I don't know who the risen Christians are, but they have a monument in there, and somewhere in the states, I think. I wouldn't swear on that. I seen the monument. It says 500 million. Uh, that means 500 million people. That's all they want on Earth. And they call it the Devil's Ten Commandments. Wherever, you know, like I said, I don't even know what I never heard of them until maybe a couple of months ago. And then they showed the monument there. It's called the Devil's Ten Commandments. That's beside the point. Getting away from things here. I have a tendency to ramble, but basically I get to the point. Like I say, I love my country. I want my kids to grow up, my grandkids to grow up. I want them to have trees, animals, and at the rate we're going, we're screwing up the land. Uh, they want to drill for gas here in New Brunswick, which what I thought was settled. It wasn't going to be done, but apparently, the premier of our province decided, well, we go ahead anyway, since Mr. Irving runs the government. So he says go ahead, they go ahead. But not taking a heat. And Mr. Irving supplies a lot of jobs to a lot of people. But if you look at the government, it says the voice of the New Brunswick government, and Mr. Irving, it does say that. So I'm not trying to bring you down or anything. That's what it says. And uh, but you know, let's defend our own. You know, we've gone to almost every country, and think of the taxes. I'm talking. United States went broke fighting wars, and they're in a lot of trouble. Those people over there are in the well, it's called south of the border. Yeah, we're north, south. They think we all live in igloos up here. Just the opposite. If you see the New York weather, we have about the same kind of weather they do. We don't live in igloos. Even though we used to build them when I was younger, but don't live in. But North America should stay home. And if and try to talk more dialogue, more sensible dialogue. You know, uh, like I say, I don't agree with the Muslim philosophy of shooting at a 14-year-old girl because all she wanted to do was get an education. They, the men can do what they want, the women they can't. And if the women, I know there's a lot of hardcore Muslim women too, but that think that's right, but it's not right. I listened to Love Love Cabal Love Crimes. That's what it was. The Kab, Kabul. It's a place in the Middle East, anyway. And this one woman, she saw her husband rape a little boy. Then he was raping a little girl there one time, and she killed him. She went to jail. He's still out running around. Now she should be set free. They unstripped their girl in the middle of this, I don't know, the country or the city or whatever. And seeing her hymen was missing, so she figured she wasn't a virgin, so they put her in prison. But you can be born without a hymen. See, it's like they don't trust their women to do right. You can love just one person, and still be a virgin when you get married. I mean, it's and I know a person right here in this province that is just like that. She wouldn't have sex until she's married. And fuck, excuse my language. She must be close to 30 or something. But these things are possible. Dialogue, talk about things. I mean, why the Arab country and the Muslim country? Well, Arab is Muslim or Islam or whatever you want to call it. Don't trust their women is beyond me. There's a doctor. One woman's a doctor, and but she's not allowed to drive. So they're not allowed to drive either. And so this uh, is some things I disagree with, but I don't see it going to war for it. I mean, if they're trying to kill us, well, yeah, but they so far haven't done anything to Canada. I can see the United States being pissed off at them, and I apologize for the United States if they don't like my remarks, but I don't think it was just Osama bin Laden that was mixed up in that 9/11, and a lot of people in the states agree with that too. But that's another story. Uh, and I apologize to all the women. They were brave men and women that died there. The fireman said, "Well, it'll take away if it was done the way like blowing it down. It would take away from the bravery of the firemen. I don't know how. Firemen are brave every day. They have to go into dangerous situations all the time, and it doesn't take away from them. It doesn't. You know, to say it does is I don't know. It's not right. But anyway, don't go to war. Talk, talk, and talk until you reach a resolution. Russia, you get involved. China get involved. Uh, China has more power than I think anybody, and yeah, they might even listen to you if you know, got involved and get them talking dialogue. Don't go to war. Just talk dialogue. I like to see peace on Earth. It's not because it's Christmas, because I've got grandkids I want to see grow up. I want them to have a good life. I want your kids to have a good life. I want everybody's kids to have a good life. Please, uh, if I talk any longer, they say I can't get on YouTube, but you don't go on YouTube anyway. But this is mostly for Canadians. But anybody that wants to listen to it, but we have to stop someplace. No, we have to stop. Think of the land. And one more thing. You people that call things organic food, just so you can raise the prices on them. It's not organic. It's just plain farming. That's all it is, farming. And there should be small farms put back to work. There's always somebody there to buy the food. Farmers should be put back. Uh, Quit bringing in immigrants and paying. In this province, they pay the immigrants uh, so much. The government pays, I think I'm not sure the percentage. I think it's 60-40. The employer pays 40. Now the employers expect that, and but if you're from this, live in this province, uh, you don't get that discount for it. The government won't pay it for you. They'll take taxes and everything. You'd expect you go off welfare and pay taxes, unemployment insurance, and all that, and you'll make a lot less, a hell of a lot less than you would if you stayed. I worked the numbers out. I mightn't look too bright, but I've got I think it's some things. So that's all I have to say for now. I hope people listen, and God bless the world. I hope you have happy holidays. Good night.